Hello, hello, beautiful. I am about to partake in a little digital detox and receive some intuitive guidance that with this snowy full moon in Leo that initiated yesterday and this 2/22/22 portal, that this is really a beautiful opportunity to continue to empty, to really bask in the space between the exhale and the inhale, which I like to call the fertile void. Really, this dark womb space where all of creation exists. And it's often the space that we tend to resist, that we tend to have conditioning around, right? To move through it, to not want to be in the void, to not want to be in the quiet, to not want to be in the stillness, to push, to move through, to numb, to be distracted, to aimlessly scroll social media, to go for the drink, to go for the Netflix binging. And again, not making ourselves wrong for any of these things and these experiences, but it's really about the come from. And so I have a lot of opportunity and potentiality in my field right now. And I noticed that I was starting to get overwhelmed with too many possibilities. And I started to really chuckle at myself because things and desires that I asked for were just coming to me. And I've started to feel overwhelmed, which is really asking for more than I'm allowing in. And so what I feel in my heart of hearts is this time, this full moon in Leo is really about coherence, really coming from a heart-centered space, really emptying the old programming and conditioning that is no longer serving us, so that we can really be expanded and have the capacity and the availability to thrive and to meet all of our desires with pleasure and joy and expansion and freedom and love. So with that, I wanted to offer a reframe around box breathing. Many of us are familiar with some form of box breathing. And there was a deepening that happened this week for me around this practice, this yogic practice that I've been practicing for many years. And if you think of the bottom of the box as the void, right? The space between the exhale and the inhale. Then what do? We inhale all of this life, all of this oxygen within. And that is springtime. That is new life. That is blooming. That is blossoming. And then when we're in this expanded state, in this childlike state, in this new state, we move into summer, right? We move from spring into summer, into this expanded state where the days are the brightest and the days are the longest. And there's so much energy and so much expansion and so much connection. And then that cycle comes to an end, right? And we move down the box and we move into the exhale. We move into the tying up loose ends, which is the space that I've been over the last 48 hours in really emptying, the practice of emptying, the practice of preparing for hibernation, the practice of stillness, of preparing for stillness. And then the most important piece is the winter, is that darkness, is that opportunity to allow parts to dissolve, aspects of self to dissolve. And that is the space between the exhale and the inhale. And so again, winter is at the bottom of the box, right? You move from right to left, then you move up, that's spring, then you move across, that's summer, and then you move down, that's autumn, and then back to winter. And this is shown in our anatomy and how our cycles function and how our hormones function and cycle. This is shown in the elements. This is shown in the seasons. This is shown in the cosmology and the lunar cycle. There's cycles to life. There's cycles to being alive. There's cycles to this journey of the great mystery that we're currently in. And what I noticed is I felt myself really pulling and pushing and pulling and pushing because I was moving towards this spring energy too fast. I was trying to rush the fertile void. And what I received is that I get to continue to really empty, continue to really deepen, to continue to go in. I'm not listening to any music over the next few days until 2:22. No music, no books, no podcasts, no consumption, no social media, just really being with myself and having no agenda, not attached to any outcome, not trying to get anywhere, really just being with myself and being present and clearing and emptying and clearing and emptying. And so I wanted to leave you with this because I'm noticing common thematics in the highs and the lows and, the waves. And I feel as though this has been happening, these crashings into these waves and feeling just getting tossed around by the ocean is because we're holding on so tightly to the old way of being that's no longer serving us. And so my invitation, because I'm feeling that on 222, between 222 and between 320, the spring equinox is really when we're going to start to really feel in alignment with this spring energy and this new paradigm and this new way of being. And it's just going to be a lot more challenging if we're still holding on to the parts of us that we know get let go and dissolve and be synthesized and be integrated into our wholeness. And so I wanted to share, as the last 48 hours have me been really tying up loose ends, rearranging my calendar and schedule, really being honest about what's important to me right now in this moment and honoring the commitments that are important to myself and my loved ones, and really letting everything else go temporarily, letting go of my devices, letting go of the to-dos, letting go of all of the places and people that I believe are pulling me all in all of these directions, but it's really just myself. And I wanted to share the box breathing exercise with you that's been really supportive for me. And I'm sending one email out after this one, and then I'll be back. I don't know what I'll say. I don't know what I'll share, but I'll be back. All right, so what I'd like you to do, here's the practice now, is I'd like you to sit at the edge of your seat with your hips just wide, wide, wide. And I really want you to feel the connection at the bottoms of your feet, connected to the center of the earth. Really feel this taproot coming out of your tailbone, also connected to the core of the earth. Really feeling grounded. You might even notice that you shift in some way because you start to feel more grounded. Let your body position yourself in a way that allows you to feel this support with Divine Mother, this connection. And I'm just envisioning this fiery core, this fiery, vibrant, fiery energy, this full moon in Leo energy. I just keep thinking of fire coming up from the core of the earth and really, really rooting us through the feet, through that taproot, and connecting to the center of the heart, this emerald green, pulsating, vibrating, spinning heart center that is just so palpable. Just feeling this energetic center, but really just feeling your whole body as operating as your heart space. And then what I'd like you to do is I really would like you to start to focus on, what does it feel like to be in your back body? And your back body is when we're more connected to the feminine. The front body is more connected to the masculine. So oftentimes I lean back just in the slightest and feel this proud chest. I look up slightly with my chin held high, and I feel this connection to the divine. I feel this connection to the ethers. I feel this connection to the heavens and the cosmos. Doesn't matter what you call it, whatever that higher intelligence is to you, just really feeling this pearlescent, luminescent light connected from that emerald space in the center of your heart, all the way up through your crown chakra, all the way up into the heavens, into the ethers. So you feel this connection with Divine Mother, this connection with Heavenly Father, this connection with universal intelligence, really feeling the support as above, so below, the Holy Trinity, our body serving as the conduit for the divine, connected to the earth, connected to the heavens. And just be here in this present moment, connected to the unified field, and feel what that feels like in your body. And we're just going to do 3 rounds of box breathing. And my invitation is for you to carry this from now through 222 and beyond, but in particular during these next few days, and really focusing on the emptying, and really while you're moving through these cycles of breath, really feeling what it feels like to be present and be one with the cycles of life. And many of us, right, we're in winter still. And we have evidence of this with Mother Nature herself, and she so effortlessly shows us the cyclical nature of being alive, and with death and rebirth and blossoming and blooming and seedlings and brown and green and vibrant colors, all through different seasons and cycles. We also get to experience this cyclic nature. This is part of our nature. So we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose, all the way to the bottom of the belly for 5 seconds. Hold at the top for 5. Empty for 5. Out the mouth. And be in the void. Inhale all this new oxygen in spring. Hold at the top in expansion in summer. Empty, exhale. Prepare for winter. And be in the black rose. Be in the spaciousness. Be in the stillness. One more time. Inhale. All of that new vitality and oxygen. Hold. Be seen, be proud, expand, bask in this energy, bask in this aliveness. Let it go. Surrender. And be still in the stillness, in the quiet, in the space, in the void. And just notice any sensations from when you started this practice until now. Generally, I feel more oxygenated. I feel more grounded. I feel more connected to myself. I trust myself more. My heart feels open. So I just want to leave you with, how can you connect to the elementals during this time to support you? How can you continue to empty and really truly surrender into the great mystery, choosing to let go of what no longer serves, to really open yourself up for what's to come in this crystalline light body consciousness. Love and blessings. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I cannot wait to connect after this emptying and this deepening, and I'll catch you on the other side. Mwah.